Australian salmon, considered to be one of the least tastiest fish. But what if I told you that we can make this one of the tastiest fish in the ocean? If you're that person out there that does not like eating Australian salmon, then this is the episode for you. But first, we're going to show you how we caught it. So smash that like and subscribe button and prepare yourselves to be amazed by one of Hoda's greatest recipes yet. Let's go. Fishers. Today we're beach fishing. Hoda cooked up some crazy idea that she can make a salmon tasty. A lot of people say Australian salmon is one of the worst tasting fish.
Yeah, you're talking to me, mate.
Crazy cook over here wants to showcase it. She reckons she's got something in mind to do it justice. So we're actually out here salmon fishing. Yeah, let's see how we go.
Yep. Well, challenge accepted. All right, guys, we are Shell Harbour Beach, trying our luck. All right, this is the first, just getting my line in to check the bait. Nah, nada, except for some seaweed. Awesome. I'll fix this up and relaunch, I reckon. Okay, I think we are slightly untangled. All right, let's go. Cast number 2. I've still got the bait on, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Then I'm going to try and get a good cast on this, sort of in the gutter. 1, 2, 3. That's a bit better. All right, and then I'll just run back with that to the rod holder. All right, and then straight in she goes. Such a beautiful day, evening I should say. Stunning. We'll see what happens. I'm turning on my GoPro because Matt's pulling something in. We reckon it's seaweed, but we'll see. There we go. Yep. Seaweed. Great job. I better catch the first fish. My rod's there.
And Hoda is on.
Yoo-hoo!
Wonder what she got. Alright, first fish of the day, of the night.
Sharp, is it?
Yeah. Keep bringing it up. Oh well. Gonna have to perform some surgery on him. See you, bud. He's swimming off. There he goes. That's it. Oh man. Did you lose everything? All right, we're on. Take it in with the wave. You got your salmon.
That is one amazing size salmon. Oh my god. Yes sir.
Alright, where's the, put the rod into the rod holder? That's a good sized salmon, guys. Look at that. Hoda just got this one out now. Alright.
Yep.
Now be careful with the hooks, please, because they're gang hooks.
Take them out.
Yeah. It's just that one there.
Well, I came here for an Aussie salmon because I want to bring you guys something delicious with the underrated fish, and look at what I just caught. Yep, super excited. Sorry, buddy. Right, guys, so as Matt said, I'm going to show you how to turn the Australian salmon, which I've been told is not the best tasting fish, but like anything, if someone tells me it's not great tasting or they don't like it, I often say it's because you haven't eaten it in a way that it's been prepared properly. So I'm gonna make Australian salmon kafta out of it, and then I'm gonna turn that kafta into a delicious wrap with some hummus, tabbouleh, and all the delicious things, and then you be the judge of that. So I'm gonna start by filleting the fish. I'm only gonna use one side today, but I'm gonna show you guys how to, you know, take it off fairly nice and simple. I just wanna cut sort of a guide here, right? I'm just going on an angle here because I wanna go to the bone, to the spine here, and sort of just create my incision. Now, obviously, if you scale your fish, it's much easier to handle, but around the bone, and then you can actually sort of go up that way as well, just to get the fillet off. Right, I think it's just stuck on the bone there. There we go. Right, guys, so fillet off. We want to take the skin off, and I'm also going to take, I believe, and I think a lot of you will agree, that, I mean, there's sort of the bones here which we'll take off, but the bloodline that comes down the middle, I'm going to take the skin off, and what you want to do is just create for yourself, so slice it down, create a little handle if you like, just to make it easier to grip that fish. Right, and there we go. So you've got your skin there, your meat there, nice piece of salmon. We're gonna take all that sort of the blood meat, I'm gonna call it, off the bloodline. But first I'm just gonna take these bones out, and all you need to do is just sort of go with the shape of it. Just cut around it. Right. So that's all just bone there. There's a bit of piece of meat, but it's pretty much all bone. Now, if I turn it around, I do want to get rid of that. So it's just a matter of getting your sharp knife and shaving it off. Right, so we're almost there, but what I'm going to do now is sort of just slice that in half, that fillet, because I want to get that bloodline in the middle which goes through to the other side. Right, and then you remove that whole bloodline which you can see through the flesh. Right, guys, just going to show you nice and cleaned piece of Australian salmon. And I'm just going to give those a quick rinse to get all the scales off, and they're going straight into my food processor to make this kafta. Now, if you don't know what kafta is, guys, kafta is made of minced meat, and it's got some beautiful herbs. It's got some aromats like onion and some spices, all mixed together and then placed on a skewer and on a barbecue, and it's just delicious. I've cleaned up my fillets, as you can see, and all I'm going to do is roughly sort of cut them up, and that's just so they fit into my little food processor here. You want it as fine as you can get it, but it's still got a bit of texture, if you can see that there. So that's all nicely minced, and now we can transfer that to our bowl. We're going to go with parsley, some onion and some chilli for this, and then I'm going to add some mixed spices and a bit of salt for seasoning. So I'm actually just sort of getting the stalks in one length so that we have the leaf of the parsley more than the stalks in this, and this is actually the same rule that applies to making tabbouleh, which is going to go in our wrap as well. Okay, straight in, just on top of our fish there. I'm just going to go with a red onion, Spanish onion, and that's just because that's what I have available, plus it'll look nice. I really need to get that as fine as I can, just so it mixes well. Straight in. With the chili, I'm just using a long red chili because also that's what I have. You can use a bird's eye, you can use however many you want. I'm not putting too many in there, but I just want that tiny bit of sort of kick that comes in with it, because we're going to have that nice spice, the onions, the herbs, the parsley. It's going to be all flavor bomb in your mouth. Right, so I've got Lebanese 7 spice mix. Now, this is pretty much found in all your major supermarkets, Coles, Woolies, Aldi, and all your Middle Eastern grocers for sure will have this 7 spice mix. If you don't have access to it and you want to make up your own, it's just a mixture. I'll actually put a recipe for a quick mixture of a 7 spice mix, or you can just simply use black pepper if you can't be bothered. That's absolutely fine. Bit of seasoning as well, some salt. And then there's one more ingredient, and it's the, I guess, a staple in the Lebanese pantry, and it's pomegranate molasses, because it's just going to give that little zing that it needs. I'm just going to mix all these ingredients together. I'm just going to add some breadcrumbs. I'm using panko today, but you can add normal breadcrumbs just to give it that little bit of body so that it sticks to your skewers. Grab a little piece of your fish kafta. Time to cook these babies up. It's time to put our wrap together. The fish kaftas are done. I've got a little production line happening. Let's just go and get into it. I'm going to start by putting some hummus. This is homemade hummus, but my disclaimer always is, if you can't be bothered making it or don't have it at hand, you can find them at your major supermarkets. And then I'm going to put the kafta on now. Just take them off the skewer. Might put one more for good measure. Okay. Grab yourself some tabbouleh. Now tabbouleh as well, you can find at your major supermarkets these days. Otherwise, This is a homemade one. And if you want the recipe, drop a comment below. A little bit of shredded lettuce. Just to finish that off and wrap. And what I like to do is the wok thing and grab a serviette, right? Wrap it and hand it to the person who's going to eat it. But look at that. Right guys, it's the moment of truth. I've made the wrap. It's time to convince this one.
All right guys, here we go. You know, I watched Hoda put this together. I gotta admit, you know, salmon, the bloodline that goes through that fish, and the reason why people remove it is because of the taste. It's very, what would you say, irony? Is that what you said before?
Yeah, it tastes like iron, I think is the best way to describe it. So,
you know, yes, there are several ways you can cook fish, but honestly, absolutely delicious. It is, the flavor of the actual kafta itself is, it just sings with spices. And it does, the salmon actually goes really well with it. Yeah, okay, some people say that salmon has a real fishy taste, but it works perfectly with all those spices and all those flavors in there.
Excellent. I'm so glad to hear that. There's actually one more thing, guys. Now, you've seen people make Australian salmon. You've just seen me make Australian salmon. There's one thing that gets forgotten. It's the skin. So what I've done is I scaled it and I cleaned it. So I cleaned it from the inside and I put some za'atar, and between two baking sheets, I baked this for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes on about 200 degrees and turned it into a crisp. Now, I've got some homemade hummus, right?
And I'm not even joking when I say this, but she was making this in between getting the rest of this done. So while I'm filming and changing batteries and doing what I have to do, she snuck off and secretly scaled the skin of the salmon and then started doing the process. Now, I've tried her crispy skin, fish skin before with other fish, and we've never tried it with an Australian salmon. But if it's anything that you've made before, it's absolutely amazing. And guys, honestly, if you want the recipe for this, or you wanna give it a go, you need tips, drop comments below. We're always here to help. We're not going to be, you know, people that don't offer or showcase where we caught fish from or how to do things. We're always willing to share.
Yeah, we are here to help. We're here to help not only to catch the fish, show you the type of species we have here, but also to what to do with it and different new and unique ways to use it. Now, enough talk, because, you know, for me, I can't have a fish without crispy skin. So
neither can I.
Let's listen. Oh yeah, crack. You can do the first taster.
You can do the first taster on this one because I had the first taste, or we just go in together.
Go in
Are you
together.
going in with the hummus?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna go in without it because I actually just want to hear that crunch.
Ready, set, go. Yeah, man, you're missing out. Hummus.
So that actually tastes really, really good. It doesn't really have a fishy taste to it. But it actually tastes like a crackle. That is amazing. And you know, we talk about being simple on this channel. I shouldn't say we, Hoda does an amazing job when it comes to the little hacks. You have a whole fish and it's got the skin. Everyone throws it away, but you know, this can be used as what she's doing now, just dipping it in like this, look, like that.
So delicious.
Have a look.
It's a nice little delicacy. Actually, you know what? Even with a bit of kafta, I'm gonna chop some of that off, put it on my crispy.
Guys, I'm just gonna be real. we're gonna dig in. We are starving. It looks delicious. She's done an amazing job.
Thank you.
If you like what you see and if you love what we're doing, give us a like and subscribe. Tune in every week to a new episode. And again, you have any trouble, if you want to make it, drop comments below. Even if you want to make it and showcase what you have made, drop it down below and we'll put it up in the next video.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next time.
Laters.
Peace.